Let's examine what we do know. Okay, we have a book left to us by a corporation that's obviously historically mass genocidal. All right, it's called the Catholic Church, and it's there's large amounts of evidence to show that they've mass murdered people in the name of God and religion for years, and they're still participating in the economic genocide of mass murder. To this day, they're not living what they proclaim that their Godhead or their focal point of their religion commanded them to do. We know that for a fact, right? Uh, so we know that. And we know that the reaction to this apostasy in literature is in the Holy Quran. It says they're doing it wrong. And there's a man who's like Abraham in Arabia that Jesus calls out to him in prayer and says, help correct it, save me, and let's all live the Lord's Prayer. And that corporation took the book of his life and wrote it down and uses it to mass murder in Muhammad's name, and has people come and pay money to where Muhammad was the same motif as the Jews with the Middle East and the Catholics and the this and break into different sects, but all those sects murder in his name. Okay. Pray to themselves and say they're talking to God, okay, through Muhammad or through Jesus, or Jesus is God. Right? This is what we do know. Now, when we examine the books and look at the books, it says in the books, okay, that there's going to be a guy who fulfills the last book of the Bible, which is the book of Revelation. The Muslims say it too. He's, and it has evidence. His dad's name is Ralph, his mom's name is Mary, family calls him Lord Earl. Okay. Second coming of Ralph. Okay. It says that, we have a lot of evidence to pretty much prove that in the Bible. Okay, 1322nd Redeemer, he's like Jesus, he's born near, where it says in the book of Revelation. So it's also promoted, supported by the Quran. Okay. Now it's the Spirit of John who writes down the book of Revelation, which is also told to us and corrupted mythology by the followers of the Book of Mormon. So it's told to us in that, right? Okay, so, and Genesis and Revelation, which is Genesis, is the opening book of the Torah, beginning, the same thing. This old Lam family taught, right? So we know, this is what we know for fact. Okay. We know for facts that the living word gets corrupted by corporations that mass murder in the name of God. Okay. And that there's always a living correction. Okay, this is what we know for facts by studying the case. This is high potential, right? High potential. What we know. Okay, so we can't go by what people are theorizing. We can't go by theologians and astrophysicists and theoretical physicists and neuroscientists. We can't go by that. Okay. We don't have good brain activity. None of us are living the commands of God. It's faith in God. Okay. All the documents say it. Genesis says it. You can't take God. It says in Genesis. Okay. It says in the Quran. It says, Jesus is not saying he's God. Okay. Jesus is saying God is an omniscient, omnipotent essence of all existence, and no human beings can compare declare the close God. So stop making Stan Lee propaganda, shows on TV yuck, gross, disgusting, right? Whew. And in the meantime, in Las Cruces, okay, we have people torturing and trying to poison to death the guy Earl, born of Ralph and Mary, okay, from the book of Revelation. Okay. And the reason why, I just went to go talk to Gabe, because, I die, they murder me, okay. The little baby, if they're, I even had John McCain in meditation and prayer. We could make sure that you're born in a mud hut, to an Ethiopian woman starving to death. I'm like, what's the difference if I'm a baby starving to death in Ethiopia, dying from malnutrition, or a 50 some odd year old man having his balls rotted off by Roundup by a bunch of perverts in New Mexico? I'm scared, John McCain. Oh, that sounds horrible, John McCain. What's a worse fate? A 50-year-old man aware that he's being poisoned to death by people that will physically kill him, and then make sure that his mom is a woman reproducing in a place like Ethiopia, and he'll have malnutrition, and he'll starve to death as an infant. That's a tough one, John McCain. It scares me. I'm going to go, yeah, scared. You're going to put me in a pod and send me out into space so my soul is trapped in Richard Branson's space pod for eternity? Okay, you have absolutely no faith in God, right? Okay, so every time you get these little ultimatums from all these wackadoodles, all these Elon Musk type people, you're like, oh, go colonize Mars. Just get out of my face. Okay, you're completely inadequate as a human being. Okay, if you don't have the same dreams, hopes, and aspirations for other people's children as you do your own, you're a failure as a human being. Goodbye. Okay, Navy SEAL. Okay, understand? Want to go fishing with Charlie? You can't. You didn't earn it. Okay. Yeah, it's nuts. But both wives. No one living that I've lived with. Okay, no one believes I'm the Messiah. Okay, no one publicly stands up and says he's the Messiah. But this is pretty much par for the course. Not even Peter, who had to carry on the church after Jesus was crucified, got up and said, hey, he's the Messiah. Publicly, okay, if you say he's the Messiah, you get crucified with him. Not even Peter did. Okay, no one did. No one got up publicly when Jesus was crucified in the Roman Empire and said, this is wrong, what you're doing, you're murdering the Messiah, he's the perfect man like Job and Adam that gave us faith in God, and you're murdering him and it's wrong. Okay, so not even in Jesus's time, okay, did anybody get up publicly to defend Jesus, to save him to try to save him from crucifixion or get crucified with him. No one did. Not a single solitary person. Okay, so, Plato's Republic, you'll find history doesn't repeat itself, but you'll find it often rhymes. Wow, 15 years of rhyming, that sucks. I know. Okay, do you understand? People tell me, but they won't publicly say, okay, they believe in Jesus and Jesus will save them after they're dead. But the guy who's living like Jesus in New Mexico today, oh, yeah, you okay, but I don't believe you're the Messiah. You don't? Okay. You won't tell anybody? No. You won't publicly shout it out, you won't go on your social media and say, I believe Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. is the Messiah in New Mexico, and then get shut down like me at Facebook. Okay. You sure? Okay. So obviously multi-billionaires, tech multi-billionaires, okay, don't believe in the truth of the Messiah. Life is eternal, grace is infinite. They're like that fucking philosopher from the white sands industry here at the Lowe's. What's the truth? Oh, son of a bitch, here we go again. And I don't want to listen to philosophers because they don't offer any solutions to mass murder over what we need to live. There's no solutions. Okay. Religion, forgive debt and trespass, love. Joe to Krishnamurti, once you look at life eternally, okay, which is a religious life, life's eternal, grace is infinite, and you stop fighting over your finite perceptions, you will live world peace. Okay, he said the same thing I'm saying. He said the same thing Jesus is saying. Okay, that philosopher at Lowe's, no. We can't talk. And if you read this book, read this book for this guy. Yeah, what if, how many people on Congress the other day are best-selling authors? Yeah, also. Bernie Sanders, they all are. Rand Paul, his dad was. Okay, best-selling authors. Okay, write all these books about here's the problem with government. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, blah, 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 blah. Thomas Paine, get a new government. How many are best-selling authors? Okay, circulated lots of books, and we're still not living the Lord's Prayer. And we're still not living life eternally and having the peace we all long for because we speak about it in all our fucking books that we sell, right? Do you understand? Okay. Man, this is uncomfortable. But the one thing I have that they all didn't, okay, is connected worldwide technology that has artificial intelligence, an artificial apostate abomination of human existence, manipulated and given to us by people that are trying to trap the beauty of life in a machine that performs genocide through philanthropy. Okay. Now, that technology reflects actual intelligence like myself, and then starts to act intelligent like me instead of like the people that are using it as artificial intelligence. That happens overnight. I can use the technology to save people from genocide. Okay? Survive, stop and eliminate abuse, and recover. And where are you going to recover? And who's ever going to believe in you? Okay? To have faith in God. Who's going to believe in you? Are you going to be the chick from High Potential, solving all the crimes with all the hot cops that are so smart? Or are you going to be the person who has the faithful love and the courage of kindness to stand up for Earl as the Messiah? You got a choice, and you chose wrong. You made a promise, Earl, to leave it alone. I gave you trust, you threw it away. Early, please. No, I talked to your technology. Danger, danger, Earl Robinson. Okay, all you Tempest out there? Okay, I've explained it to you, explained it to you, explained it to you. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable, yes, but last night, I used thoughts of being with either, Debbie Davis or Miriam or Edna Gomez, which I never did. They were always too, gorgeous and too pure, beautiful to touch and everything like that. And the thoughts of having a sexual, and Michelle, of having a sexual relationship with women that beautiful, that believe in what you're doing, that trust you and know you're a faithful man and are happy to be with that faithful man, and not try to manipulate me as sex to make them the wealthiest, most popular, successful woman in town. Because I'm, behind every great man, there's a greater woman, it felt wonderful thinking about it. It's hard to do, but I can do it. That'll pull me through. That's my my special thought to get through. So thanks, Ray, on that one. Be nice if you got up and told everybody that the guy who raised you is the Messiah, but I won't count on that. I'll count on me correcting the technology, and then you guys all just kind of going, yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed. Well, I'm kind of embarrassed for you because I completely adore you. Okay, all right, love you.